All right, ladies and gentlemen, Chacha here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is second month of the channel. I don't know what's the anniversary. It's like a year, so it's not an anniversary. I'm gonna wait until this time next year, like a month from this time next year, will be anniversary. So, anyways, what's the situation? Right? I ran into a little situation when I was working on the upcycle dress, the front bodice. The suit jacket was a little size small. Okay, I didn't think about that, but again, a situation can be resolved in so many ways. So when you run into a situation, it's okay to stress out for a little bit, then you move on and figure out what's the solution, how do I do it, right? So typically the garments, even if you look at your t-shirts, the line at the side line usually goes in the middle of your whatever, the forearm, the biceps, comes all the way down on both sides. That's like standard, right? So when you start moving away from that, then we get into what we call avant-garde or style line, or you know what I'm saying, out of the box situation. But mostly we try to stay standard, right? So with this situation, I'm forced, like not by choice, to move the line because the fabric was too small for the front to overlap where I can create seam allowances. So now I gotta go figure it out. I was trying to think, like, how do I move, because this is not like it's unusual. So like the seam line, right? It's where the fabric ends. So now I gotta move the seam line away from there, and I gotta compensate the back. As I'm moving this, the back has to move out. Let's go figure it out. I have the thing in the table for a couple of days. I didn't touch that dress because my brain needed some rest. You can rest. Okay, there's two types of resting. Rest your body and rest your brain. I'm so busy. Like, I got a night job, I got a store, I got to work out for the 2% situation so I can get that situated before June, or between June and July. That's the goal, right? So far, so good. It's going good. But I'm gonna flip the camera, and we're gonna go back there. It's 11. I don't. Let me see, what time is it? You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you in a second. What time is it? 11:50. So almost 12, right? So hopefully nobody comes in, and we can get stopped. So we're gonna go back there. Black t-shirt is my new uniform nowadays, so I'm trying to stay on all colors, away from all colors. Black tee, denim, white sneakers. That's gonna be my uniform until, look outside, man, it's beautiful outside. It's a little too cold. When it warms up, I'm gonna get my skate and start skating out there. But for now, yeah, I got a situation. I gotta fix the goddamn roof. I'm gonna wait until May when it's really warm outside. Then I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna have to turn off the radio because it's playing music that YouTube might get a little uptight about. I'm gonna flip down. I gotta move it a little so it's easy to explain what's going on. I'm gonna zoom out. You see? Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can see. Let me see. Okay, let me move around. I like to listen to music, but we're gonna have to shut it off, ladies and gentlemen, because those are copyrighted music. Okay, so now I'm gonna sketch first the line so we know where we're at. So this is side seam. So I say coming from here to here. That's our first side. Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be like me. I just got my hot water. I don't know why I'm coughing. You know what I mean? Coughing. So where's the center? I didn't do the center, so I don't know where the center is. The center of the goddamn. Let me move the lining out the way. so we can work with the bottom. The lining will be fixed. So, okay, so this is the side seam for the other side. Can you see? I gotta move and make sure you see what I'm, you know what I'm saying? The camera, oh, I'm gonna have to raise the camera up. You know what I'm saying? And flip this motherfucker like so. See, one of the lights went off. I wondered if the water got into it because I had a leak somewhere there. So it's a little dark, which is, I'm gonna have to figure that shit out though. But so I'm gonna do, this is another side seam, so I'll explain what's going on here on this actual side seam. So we have a deficit. Where did I get the word deficit? I watch too much politics, okay? I watch the news. So that's my new English word, deficit. So one thing that will not change is the deficit. I'm just being stupid, okay? Don't pay me no mind, all right? So this is the side, this is the, what you call, damn, how do I do this? This is armhole. So as this line moves, because I have to move this line inward, and also I have to do the same on the other side. So as we move in this line, this will have to stay constant, the same, will not change. Because plus I gotta drop this about an inch. I have to drop it about an inch. That's standard protocol. Or should I say protocol is standard. I have enough time on my phone so I can bullshit all motherfucking day without worrying about my phone, because fucking TikTok deleted everything that I had on my phone, man. So they basically own my phone, and I can't take TikTok off because unlike Facebook and Meta, I don't know, it's the same motherfuckers, they limit your share. If you register your account as business, then they make sure nobody sees your shit until you pay them to promote. So I'm not paying for shit because it's not a business. I don't know why I listed as a business. My page, I'm going to change that shit. Okay, I dropped 1 inch. Do I have to drop 1 inch on both sides? Yes, I do. Huh, what the hell? I got to drop 1 inch here also. The front. So this is what I'm gonna do. I can measure. Fuck that shit, man. So we can measure. So this is 6 inches, all right, from the waistline. So we need to come 6 inches from the waistline on this that way. You hear what I'm saying? Boom, like so. So now this will be the new. And I gotta figure out where's the center. We'll figure this shit out when we put it on the mannequin. Then we might have to adjust again this armhole situation, right? So what I'm trying to say is it has to be a smooth transition. The transition between the line has to be as smooth as possible. So this line will not change. As this line move in or out, this line has to stay the same. And it will change it later on, because we might have to drop the motherfucker again. Okay, we'll check to the mannequin and figure out how we're gonna drop it. So we might not have it to drop. We'll figure that shit out, man. Because the style line, that will affect the style line. So this dress will look a little different from the first one, because the center line, because it's all one color, so you might not be able to see the style line unless you're up close and personal, so, okay, this is a major issue here we got, okay, that need to be addressed, is this one. So as you can see, this and this supposed to be, so the center line, this is supposed to be the center line. So we're missing about 3/4 of an inch. Can you see here? Let me see. I'm missing about 3/4 of an inch of a fabric that just, we haven't even talked. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see a little bit, but we haven't even talked. I'm gonna point out. We haven't even talked. We don't even have what you call excess fabric for the seam line, right? So we're missing all this, and we should have more fabric coming this way so we can establish our seam line and ease, okay? So that means we have to borrow, come in that way. We have to borrow more than one. So this will dictate the rest of the fabric, the movement, right? This side, because that side is not as bad as this. So this is going to dictate everything else around this dress, right? So I'm gonna draw this line again. And again, shit like this, nobody teaches you. Shit like this it's all common sense and thinkability. I don't know if I don't know if that word is correct, but I usually make up my own English word, all right? Because English was invented, so I'm inventing my own words. So, all right, so let's drop this about an inch this way. If I drop about an inch this way, and that will give us, it should be around 6 inches, but I'm not sure. We're just gonna draw the fucking line and figure that shit out on the fly. So you can see, before this dress is gonna give us issues that we didn't anticipate, but it's supposed to be, so we're gonna do 6 inches, so we have it's the same on the other side, so we're gonna do 6 inches on both sides, so we stay the same, stay identical. You know what I mean? So that's the line. So we're gonna come 6 inches, ladies and gentlemen. You know, 6 inches, and we're gonna recreate this armhole. What I do with the situation here, ladies and gentlemen. I got some stuff reading to do after this. I gotta get that shit done today, man. But I'm kind of holding off until I do the clearance sale and see how I do on that before I can. That's my brain thinking. I'm thinking out loud, okay? People probably wondering what the fuck is he think we're talking about. I'm talking about the store, man. That's my headache right now. Trying to figure out what direction should I go. I already know what direction should I go, but how should I go about it? Is thought of the day. Now I'm gonna draw another line here. This is the front, by the way. You know. So now, we have established that. We have established the armhole. We have established the front, the back. This is the back, not the front. This is the front. And I'm using the chalk. I have to dry clean this thing when it's all done. I can wash it, you know what I'm saying? Take to dry clean. I don't think I dry cleaner here anywhere nearby. Small town, they don't do dry cleaning. Okay, that's the problem, you know. But I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna have to drive 2 hours or 3 to a near city, an hour and a half. The nearest major city, I think, is about an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes to be exact. 2 hours to be safe, you know. So I'm gonna have to drive 2 hours to a nearest dry cleaner. Take these, because I have my clothes that I need to dry clean, and I won't take a chance of washing. So I gotta make a trip for that and take this motherfucker too. So now, I'm here. So I'm thinking, first of all, let's work with this, the actual seam line. So let's pretend, not look at anything else. Let's just move to where we have enough room. So we're gonna move the seam where we have at least an inch to fuck around with. So I'm thinking here. So I moved about an inch and 1, 2, 3, 3/4. So I moved this motherfucker about an inch and 3/4, right? I gotta make sure again I do that. Boom, boom. Okay. Oh, an inch and 2/4. Yeah, what am I doing, man? Still not enough. Yeah, I can work with that motherfucker right there. So an inch and I'm gonna faintly draw the goddamn line, right? So I moved, and I'm avoiding as much as possible to mess with this. We have to take back to the mannequin and figure out how we're gonna draw the line, right? And we'll stop there for today. So I moved it about an inch. I'm gonna count here. Give me a second. 1 inch, 1, 2, and 2/4. An inch and 2/4. So on this side also, we have to move it about an inch and 2/4. So we're trying to stay as identical as possible, right? So on this side, I'm gonna move. That's 2/4 right there. Oh my God. What the hell? There and there. 1 inch and 2/4, right? So I'm gonna draw the line. So you can see the seam line, it's gonna move in an inch and 2/4. So you won't be from afar, you won't be able to tell until you get close. Be like, okay, that line is different, you know. It's not like, you know, yeah, it's not because we moved this thing. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna introduce the seam allowance right away. Seam allowance, 1/4 inch seam allowance, right there. I think I moved it too much. Okay, let me see. What was I thinking? Yeah, but why? I should not have. So, what the fuck was I thinking, man? So I'm gonna move it back out. I think I moved a little too, huh? Yeah. This sucks. So, but I should have moved. Okay, it's all right. I'm a little, yeah, it's okay. Don't pay me attention, bro. I'm just a little bit. Cause I moved this line so it can. What am I saying? What am I even talking about? So if I move, should I have moved it? Okay, I see what I did here. I moved, so I have an inch, about an inch. So I have about an inch right there to play with. I'm fine. So how much did I move it by? An inch and 2/4. An inch and 2/4. I gotta remember that. An inch and 2/4. So yeah, I moved that line an inch and 2/4. So I'm gonna move this out an inch and 2/4. This guy right here. I don't know if you can see it. So we're gonna move this out an inch and 2/4. That's an inch and 2/4. 1 inch, 1, 2. So we'll move this out an inch and 2/4. I'm laughing, okay? And it's not a laughing matter, but if I fuck up, it's gonna suck, okay? Because I cut too much fabric. I still got more room to fuck around with. So this is an inch. This is our new seam line. So we can create a seam allowance from there, okay? Which I'll say, and this will be 6 inches, by the way. So we still stay at 6 inches. We're not running away from that shit, right? 6 inches. Okay. So we move that an inch and 2/4 so we can introduce our seam allowance with 1/2 inch. And we'll be able to cut it, you know. 1/2 inch seam allowance right there. So it's a 1/2 inch seam allowance. We need ease. So when we need ease, we'll do the ease situations later on. I don't know what to say. Okay, let's do on the other side also. And I'm gonna cut when we check to the mannequin. On this side, we'll do an inch and 2/4. 1, 2. Today's Friday. I didn't work yesterday, so I got sleep. I was gonna wake up early and do my sit-ups, and I woke up at 5:30 and like, you know, I need to go to sleep again. I'm gonna do it tonight when I get off work, the store, whatever, not work. So I went back to take a nap, and I was supposed to wake up at 7, and I'm like, so I keep pushing until like 30 minutes snooze, 30 minutes. I got some good sleep, so I can't complain or punish myself for that, because LL didn't get that type of sleep, man. You know what I mean? All right, so can you see what I'm doing here? So I'm gonna add the seam allowance there, and I'm thinking about ease situation. We can wait on that. I'm gonna add, yeah, you see what's going on. You see what's happening. 20 minutes in, bro. Like the time is running. You're like, what the fuck, bro? When I don't do shit, time is slow. It's creeping. But I'm always busy doing something, so let's go this way. I need to start moving stuff out of the back of the store just to set up my own gym, because I'm gonna probably start doing some demo once I reach the goal to people that want to get into 2% situation. You know what I'm saying? You know, walk the walk, talk the talk, teach them what you. So I'm gonna add another 1/4 of an inch of ease from there, and then we'll cut there, right? And on this side also, I'm gonna add 1/4 of an inch, and then I'm gonna cut there. So I'm gonna add 1/4 of an inch here. I will not mess with the lining. I'm gonna leave the lining alone, because the lining has to be a lot bigger than that. So for the movement, and let's go on the other side. And I'm gonna dip in a little bit here to create the whole situation. So okay, on this side, on this corner, I'm gonna add 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, and we're gonna add, is that 1/4 of an inch really? Yeah, I knew it looks a little off. So add 1/4 of an inch, and then we're gonna add we're gonna have 1/2 an inch, then 1/4 of an inch ease, and on this side also. Then I'm gonna do the cutting. That's the Harry Mary situation right there, because once I cut, if I mess up, I'll hate to mess up this suit, man, because this piece has to be perfect. So I'm not gonna rush on this motherfucker, man. I'm gonna, if my brain feels like foggy, I'll rather pause, come back to it fresh, and continue resolving this problem, right? Which seems to be not a problem at all, right? So I'm gonna do my cutting, ladies and gentlemen, and this is it, man. No point of return. Okay. I'm gonna use this guy, so we get a smooth line. Make sure the lining is out of the way, because I would hate to cut the lining then be forced to trim this out. I'm gonna come this way. There's a reason I'm doing that. So that part is done. So we're gonna cut this side also. The lining out the way. Yes, sir. So we're gonna come this way, curve out, and then I can't fucking see. What's the shit, man? I gotta fix the light ASAP. Huh? Why the fuck is not cutting? Ah, come on, man. Oh, the scissors glue. That motherfucker glue. Give me the scissors. Oh my god. What the hell? Look at all that shit, man. Okay, so on this side, let me chip in here. The lining out the way. So I'm gonna leave some seam, some space, some fabric here. I'm just cutting around like so to establish the armhole. I need to clean up this table also. I got a bunch of stuff from the last project that's still hanging around, have no business of being here. So this side is, as you can see, semi, not really, semi clean up. Let's do this side, all right? So the lining is out the way. Can you see? I gotta make sure it's same, man. I gotta come back and forth. I'm gonna work on my equipment. We're 27 minutes in. You know what I'm saying? I think I can record up to 2 hours, but I'm gonna try to keep it short, you know. After this, hit the hallway. You know what I'm saying? Do my workout. Come out this way. See? The glue bullshit is still. Oh, god damn it. Did I just do that? Ah, I tell you what, I'm fucking up this shit, man. Ah, I just cut the fabric. What the fuck? Oh man. I should have used a scissor. It would have been a lot easier. That's okay. I can live with that. So that's the house. Come on, man. Mess up with my shit. Alright, so I'm gonna come this way. Oh yeah, I was like, what the hell? I'll come this way to here. The lining is out the way. I go, no, it's not. See, that's why you double check, bro. I almost slashed through the lining. God damn, that would have sucked. Where's the seam? Where are we working on? What we working with? I'm gonna come this way, bro. Like, make sure I'm safe with this shit, man. So the lining is not there. I almost eat the lining on this side. That would have sucked. So I'm gonna scissor cut this motherfucker at the end. Okay. And now we're gonna come in a little bit here for the armhole, and then we about to walk down to the mannequin and put it and see where we are, and then establish some work with the armhole and see if we really did any good job. Ladies and gentlemen, let's head out to the other room and go hang this puppy on the mannequin and see how it's doing. You know, this is my pattern cutting room. I give it a little tour, man, while we're here. And this is another table there. The light, I gotta fix that because there was a leak. So I saw the dark. See, I was catching the water. I have to go to the roof. I'm a roofer. I don't hire anybody to fix, so I gotta do it myself. But that's another ironing table. This table is sentimental. Okay, it goes back with me back to Oakland, California. Man, I have so much memory with this. The iron is new. It's a steamer, like the one in the other room. But this table, man, this will be with me until the day I die. I'm gonna show you my work, so you know that's my portfolio from fashion school. I'm gonna give you some from fashion school. What the fuck? Stay up. Let me bring some. Show you. I'm gonna pick one collection. I gotta figure out which one. Whoa. They're all coming out. Yep. Fucking God. I mess up. Why they keep sliding like that? Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'll worry about that later. I'm gonna flip the camera down so you can see. I'm gonna be quick with this, man. I'm gonna recreate this collection one day when I have a team. For now, I'm just gonna show you what's really going on. What's really happening. This from Academy of Art, San Francisco. Yeah, this I call this a Victorian. That's more like, can you see? That's the a Victorian. That's mostly my brand is about. All right, and I'm gonna explain in short what my brand is about before we go deep into it, and I'm gonna cut. See, I'm gonna say even if I explain, somebody try to copy, they'll never do it the same way I'll do it. Like, I'm like assuming. Okay, before I can explain, this is a corset. You can see here, Ethiopian, somewhere Ethiopia, South Sudanese corset from way back, goes way back, right? And so this shows you, before colonization, there were thinkers and creative Africans. So I'm assuming that colonization didn't exist, slavery did not exist. So those creatives that came here as slaves, instead of coming over here as slaves, they just came as visitors, learned the technology and how all the new technology went back to Africa and recreate their work using the new technology they've learned. Unfortunately, that was stopped. So there was an isolation of creativity that should have been passed from generation to generation, and slavery stopped that. So there was no that transition between one generation to the next. That's why Black people were like, we are relearning new things, right? If we were not disturbed, we probably could have been way advanced and doing some amazing things, but that will be fixed too in the future, right? But anyway, so that's a Victorian, right? So this is the actual collection. Let me do this. I did in school, and this I draped these pieces using Goodwill stuff. Let me do this so I don't mess up my sheet, but so this is the collection. They do this in fashion school. I don't do this anymore. I create my own way of designing stuff. They upcycle. But I'll go back to this once I have a team. I'll give them direction how to do things. We'll create my own fabric. This is fabric choices that I did in school. So my motherfucking asses went to actual fashion school. I'm not just doing this shit for fun, all right? I'm just doing my own way. So this is part of the collection, all right? I'm just being fast with this because I don't want to go over an hour. Fabric selection. This is another look. These are looks you see, right? This is my inspirations, which are always gonna be my inspiration now, in the future, and future. You know, that's why I need the best team on earth. You know, not just a team. This is more inspiration pieces, more inspiration pieces, more inspiration pieces. I'm gonna show one collection. I won't do both. More inspiration pieces. Actually, I'm gonna briefly talk another one. More inspiration pieces. So this is an example of Victorian corset and African corset. So there was a disconnect here. They got enslaved. He stopped. They were free. They kept developing. So if these people came and watched this, learned this, and went back, this would look different today. Right? But they didn't get a chance to go. They came here as slaves. And I don't dwell on slavery because I don't give power. This is me working on my collection, creating these pieces. I don't dwell on slavery shit, right? I'm a free man. So I just gotta, okay, it's a problem, no, it's there. Now I gotta figure out how to maneuver myself in this space. Okay, this is me in class. Went to Goodwill. So I was doing upcycle before I knew it's like nobody taught me this shit. I was doing myself, bro, like self-taught. It's just using I'm an artist. I'm not a fashion designer. Just to get that straight, right? I'm not a fashion designer. I'm an artist, okay? I just chose fashion as my way of art. But eventually, I'm doing welding. I'm gonna create metal sculptures in the future. But I'm still learning welding, so I'm getting good at it. So I'm an artist, not a fashion designer. Let's get that one thing straight. So this is me working in the shit, right? Creating the looks. Look at that. Nice. These pieces are nice. Even though I didn't know shit, bro. They're very unique pieces, okay? And this teacher, he took this portfolio to go show other classes my work, and he was hard on me. Maybe he was trying to push me, but I don't like being pushed because I can push myself. So if you're trying to push me, you end up pissing me off, okay? So he did that. We fought, man. We fought. I think he remembered me to this day. We used to fight every day. We went with a professor. So this is me working on the collection, reworking. So one day my team will go back in this and recreate these pieces, okay? All that. So I want to go to New York Fashion Week by financing my own show. That way I can put the show how I want to. Not have a fucking investor tell me who I should cast as the model and this. I have already my idea who my model will be, and that's unwavering. It's me working, right? So that's why I don't need any sponsors, so I can cast my own model. You know, they probably be coming all from Sudan. You know, the dark, tall. Okay, so let's do this. Me working. Anyway, so this is one collection, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna look at this one. Which one is this? And then we gotta go back. Oh, this is another collection. This is the last collection. I was on a different level of shit, man. So I'm gonna show you one look, and then we're out of here. So this look was inspired by handbags, women handbags. All right, can you see that? Okay, I gotta go. That's it. Let's get out of here, man. Let's go to the other side of the room and figure this shit out. My clothing will not be cheap. I'm gonna say it right now. It will be very expensive for an average person. And each day, average people keep pissing me off. The more they piss me off, the more sympathy I lose, okay? And usually, unmotivated people with no ambitions, they're the rudest motherfucker on earth. I don't know why is that so. Someone who have ambition, they are trying to do something with their life, they don't have time to be fucking assholes. These people who have no ambitions, give up on everything, they're the assholes, you know. Anyways, okay, so this will be the gym. my sister, she's like a sister to me. I gotta talk to her. She gotta come get those shit out of here. That's hers. And then I gotta clear this out. This will be my fitness center. I have to put a light here. So I gotta so this will be my gym. I don't need a lot of equipment with my technique. Alright, so let's put this baby on the mannequin and see how it turns out. I think I can zoom in like that. I'm gonna have on my host, okay, a chair. Alright. So now, here's this. Okay, so I'm gonna pin the center, I think. So the side seam has moved here. I love it, man. I'm not a genius. I just play one on TV. God damn, where is it? I can't believe I'm about to solve this problem. Bro. This is beyond, it's unbelievable, man. I thought I was like, fuck, I'm fucked. This shit ain't gonna work. But, slept on it, came back. Now we're about to do some magic here, ladies and gentlemen. So, this. What did I say, man? Unbelievable. Oh my God. So now, something else. Okay, I'll figure something out here. I'm gonna fold back the lining. Let's fold back the lining. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking, man. I didn't think about it, but this is awesome, man. Once you see what I'm talking about, you'll be like, damn. Okay, so that's the difference. So the two sides are not equal, but I'll try to make them equal, so I might have to do some adjustment because I'm seeing something here. But that's easy fix. The major part is avoided. Can you see her? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move you up close and we're gonna end the show here. Not the show. I'm gonna stop here, right? So I'm gonna do some more cleaning, so that'll be behind the scene. You probably won't be able to see that. You'll see at the end result, the sewing part. But you can see, this is just need ironing. So don't worry about the wrinkles. You can see I was able to move, so the line is not, it won't be here anymore. It's gonna be close inward there. The seam line on both sides. It's gonna be there. So it's not here. Technically, I should have been here, but it's moved up front. So I gotta clean the hole, the armhole, make it nice. So that's the one cleanup I gotta do. The back, of course, is backing, okay? It's a lot better. It's gonna look a lot better than the first one because this one is more well cut, well done. You know what I'm saying? See the difference. See this is all opening, but that's a little tight. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chacha. 45 minutes later. It's just how fast the time flies. Did I unplug the motherfucker? Yeah. So I'm gonna go in my gym, the hallway, do my exercise and do more reading. Today I'm gonna be able to do some reading. And tomorrow, Saturday, it's a day off. I'm gonna relax all day tomorrow after the store. Sunday, sleep all day, afternoon. And I'm gonna sit not on that chair. I'm gonna sit on that chair today, later on, and do some reading, man. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chacha. Have a beautiful day. Stay blessed. I'm out.